Wellness. This is the Wine and Wellness Week number one. I'm this week, Jamie Dorley with the co-host.
The talk show on air today. Jamie and Joe show.
And many people have been asking, are you still open?
We never close.
We never close. You do not need to be a patient or a customer. You can just come on down. I see a lot of familiar faces and some new ones today. So we're excited to welcome everyone back. It's been 3 months since our last event. So what are some of the great activities that can participate with for free, not only today until 4, half day, but throughout this he came in, he wasn't smiling so big. So that is the therapy room, brand new at the World of Wellness. We're constantly striving to improve because we are on a mission to make the world healthy one person at a time. And the great thing is the therapy room is free throughout this week. So we have the infrared sauna, beautiful brand new sauna. I love this sauna.
Awesome.
Looks gorgeous. We have the Normatec boots. Let's hear a little bit about the Normatec boots. His young man said that his foot felt better and his legs feel better. I always say it's like the Tin Man. You get oiled up when you go in there. So tell us a little more about the Normatec boots.
Well, they're like a blood pressure cup for your entire leg. Is basically a good way to describe it, because what it's doing is it's inflating and compressing and it's moving circulation throughout the entire leg from the hip to the toes.
So Normatec boots are available. You just got to come on in, first come, first serve. And then we have the vibrating plate machine, which is fantastic. This is the most modern technology going way back to the Jack LaLanne show, where they would help stimulate the lymphatic tissue and the fat cells, because oftentimes those are congested. So as little as 3 to 5 minutes can stimulate weight loss and lymphatic drainage.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing about the lymphatic system, right? It needs something to kickstart it.
Yeah, it does not have a pump, so you need to help stimulate it. That's why walking is very good, exercise of any type. But now we have it right here in the new therapy room. Those are all free throughout the week. In addition, we have a new update with the sampling program, because I had some great constructive criticism that they didn't like all the samples I gave them. So I says, well, now you can do trick or treat. Help yourself.
Help yourself.
Just a small caveat. The greens are not free. Somebody tried, but no luck. We do have our partners at Argent & Silver, like to shout out to Seth Quinto and his family. They sent us a pallet of free samples.
A pallet. Yeah. Unbelievable. Over and above, Seth. That's amazing.
Thanks so much. He gave us real full-size bottles to give out. Not only the silver, but the copper. You get nice free recyclable bags you can use for any of your shopping, right?
Yes.
We're always eco-friendly. And then we have all the Nutritional Frontier samples, including the one for Air Max. Tell me more about this Air Max Challenge. What a great idea by the team.
The Air Max Challenge. You know what? I think we're going to get a first-hand view of that later today. But, at the demo hour, right, at 1 o'clock, the Air Max formulation we've had for a long, long time. We've known how effective it is. But then just recently, we were able to prove that within just 15 minutes, it's going to improve your breathing. Chew 2 tablets, wait 15 minutes, and we're going to bet you're breathing a little bit better.
Yeah, we're not making any claims, of course, but asthma, COPD, sinus infections, right? Any type of issues with breathing, congestion. I took 2 this morning and started noticing it right away, right? So these are some of the things you can participate with. So we have all the samples available for you. We have our resident RN back in the house, Kylie.
Kylie's in the house.
You want to come down and say hello to all your fans? People have been requesting for you right in the middle, of course. And then we have Taylor going to join us soon. She never met a camera she don't love. So let's welcome back, of course, Kylie Rahi. She's a RN, and she was a full-time employee at the World of Wellness, and now she's helping out during the events, and she's back helping out at St. Clair Hospital, correct? So tell us a little bit about your background.
So I graduated with my BSN, my Bachelor's of Nursing at Wheeling Jesuit back in 2018, and I started working through WV Medicine in their NICU. Took a little break after COVID and came here and found a new love of holistic health and decided to pursue my RN back at the hospital at St. Clair Health, and now I'm in their family birth center, and now I'd like to help out here.
Oh, that's fantastic. We're really excited. I know you light up when you're helping those babies, especially when you're doing your work at the ICU. And now she's here. So what are you doing here at the World of Wellness today?
So I am doing free 15-minute trials with the Zytoscan. So you can
They're
come
free?
on down. Yes.
Wow, what very generous of you. Thank you so much. So Zytoscan, what are people going to be able to find out? It's an incredible, very sophisticated technology, but you simplify it. What should they expect when they do the test? First, does it hurt?
No, it's completely painless. It's just a scan. You scan your palm, and it takes about 5 minutes to scan, and then I'll briefly go over your results.
Well, that's great. So she's offering that. You'll be here all day. So if you want to come down, first come, first serve. We know of some people that are interested in doing the test already. So thanks so much for joining us. We know you're very busy with your full-time schedule at St. Clair Hospital. So we just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So those are some of the things you can participate with. We have the free therapy room, free testing by RN Kylie Rahi, free sampling. In addition, we have the AirMax Challenge. We have free recipe books. Let's hear about that, Joe, because they look fantastic.
Newly upgraded recipe books, right? I mean, all the new recipes are in there, and you got to try them because they're all delicious and they're all different.
So what's your favorite smoothie?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're talking smoothies,
we'll start with smoothies.
Smoothies, it's going to be still, it's tough to beat Purple Haze, James. Still my favorite smoothie.
Well, this morning we started with Jailhouse Rock.
That's
a Kevin favorite. So that's the fried Elvis peanut butter and banana sandwiches in a smoothie. It looks a little odd, but it tastes incredible.
It tastes incredible. I had one just before we came on.
Oh, so you did the Jailhouse Rock and a Purple Haze today.
No, I haven't had my Purple Haze yet. Okay. I'm waiting.
So we do those two. In addition, my favorite, of course, is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, right? Chocolate peanut butter. Yep. Who doesn't love that? And then we have the healthy treats coming in. I heard the elves were up all night cooking last night.
So we're going to get a visit from the lovely and talented Mrs. Dorley.
Yeah, and she's got a full-time 24/7 caregiver job right now.
That's right.
Taking care of her dad, which is so sweet of her and doing a great job. And, you know, I really learned a lot in the last 6 months. Take care, folks. Thank you. Really learned a lot in the last 6 months, just how important, human interaction is, making sure you're on a schedule with all your meals and your supplements.
Right.
And he's made an incredible turnaround in the last 6 months just by getting the caregiving from the lovely and talented, my wife, Kristen Dorley. And she still found time last night to mix up all these treats.
Rice Krispie treats?
Of course, and peanut butter cup treats. And when she asked for help, I says, well, you told me a long time ago.
Stay out of the kitchen?
Yeah.
I know.
Too many chefs in the kitchen, right? So she did a great job. She's going to bring those down here about 11 o'clock today. And then, of course, we brought back Mr. Z's organic healthy food.
Yes.
That was a long time favorite for 15, 20 years at the Wellness Weeks. Now we have Mr. Z back in the house.
Back in the house. I can see the truck right out there through the window. They're getting everything prepped, ready to go. The food's delicious. The reviews last time were just through the roof.
So the food starts at 10:30 shortly right here. So those are some of the great things you can participate with. We didn't stop there, Joe.
Of course not.
We brought in the featured headlining speaker. This is like, when you go to a concert and you have the opening bands like us.
Yeah.
And then you have Metallica come out, right? Or Van Halen right? Or these days it'd be Taylor Swift, right? So our headliner today, maybe we can pull him up here. He's talking with a lot of people right now. The one and only Dr. Len Brantzwitz. Dr. Len, can you have time to join us for a minute? Here he is. The crowd's going crazy.
All right. Yeah. Well, you're already taller than us, so go ahead. Get back in.
So we got Dr. Len.
Yeah.
He's a mentor of mine. He's a pioneer in the field of functional medicine. He was a graduate from the prestigious Duquesne School of Pharmacy. We won't say what year it was, but it was the bicentennial of the country, 1976. And he had an incredible journey from traditional pharmacy to natural pharmacy to functional medicine, certified clinical nutritionist, NMD, Dr. Len Brantzwitz. Welcome back, Dr. Len.
Thank you. I've had a good week. We've been out talking to people and lecturing this week, and it's been enjoyable. And the subject that I'm going to be doing at 11 is that transition. How do you go from pharmaceuticals to nutraceuticals? What is a nutraceutical? How do you do it safely? And how does everything that you see here fit into your health? And we're going to try to draw in all of the different options that you have available to make you healthier. That's the bottom line.
Could you share with one of those incredible case studies just to give people a little taste about what we're going to go into a little bit deeper?
Well, I'm just going to bring one up in particular that we talked about quite often. Somebody that had prostate cancer. Okay. And we're not going to mention names. We're just going to go into the fact that this happens often. When a man has an advanced case of prostate cancer and they have what's called a prostatectomy, they remove the gland and they go through some chemo, some radiation, and they're usually told you're good to go. Then about a year later, they'll check your numbers just to make sure that everything's still good. And occasionally you'll see these numbers start creeping up. Well, we had a fellow that was there. We're a year, 2 years out, and all of a sudden we started to see some numbers going back up.
And you're looking at the PSA, right?
PSA.
The prostate specific.
Can there be PSA numbers without
if there's
a
no
prostate
gland? That gives you a little attribute about why that PSA test is a little shaky. But anyway, the number starts going up. First thing the doctors want to do is put you right back on chemo and radiation. Well, this fella didn't want to do that. He said, there's got to be a different way to do this. So we looked at it and very common. He didn't want to do a whole lot. And a lot of people say, give me as little as possible. So we went with the Power Cleanse. We said, here, I'm going to give you something that we can mix into a shake once a day that has it all. Everything you need. I mean, we can
simple case of less is more.
And then scoop of the greens.
In the greens. We put the greens together with it. We said, do this once a day. Do this once a day. Do this once a day on a regular basis. 6 to 8 weeks out, he had his blood work rechecked. His PSA, which had only gone up to 0.8, which is still shaky, went back down to 0. The doctors were astounded. They said, I never saw
just to get that to turn, right?
Just to get it to turn, because typically once it starts up, it just keeps going.
It's kept creeping up, right?
So he's doing well now and just needs to keep on something like this. And he asked me the question, can I keep doing the Power Cleansing Greens? And I said, by all means. You want to enjoy your health, you want to enjoy your life, just keep doing it.
It has all the nutrients that food used to have in it, right?
Yeah.
It's got all 90 essential nutrients. I was just talking to a young man about it a few minutes ago. And he said, can I mix them together?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're made to go together. So in the future, maybe we'll have them all in one. But for now, you do 1 scoop of each. And the great thing is it takes all the guesswork out. It gives you prebiotic, probiotic, enzymes, micronutrients, macronutrients, food, essential fats, and all the phytonutrients all in one. And we were talking about this with one of our colleagues. He's another pioneer, Dr. Bob Rakowski. Can you comment, Len, a little bit on some of his questions about what was in the greens?
Well, yeah, one of the things that, when we talked to him, and he's a very well-known chiropractor, he lectures around the country. The man has an amazing medical mind. And we talked to him yesterday about something called leaky brain syndrome, which is a relatively new term that is linked to neurological problems like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, etc. Mm-hmm. So we had him on the phone. We did a phone hookup and we were asking questions. And I asked him about, do you have a greens prep that you like? And he said, yeah, I've been using this same prep.
2 of them, 2 different ones, right?
Forever. Yeah. I've been doing it.
And he's got friends at different companies. Exactly. We understand that. So we were looking at the products together.
So I asked him a simple question. I said, when you're looking at brain functionality. You're looking at what you diagnose as leaky brain syndrome. I said, where is the largest store of glutathione in your body? You need it to live. We talked about it, and I said, yes, close to 70% of your glutathione's in your brain. I said, are your greens supplying that? And Jamie, I turned it over to him, and I said, Jamie, tell us a little bit about what changed in the greens recently that is a boost to glutathione.
And that's when we added the Imodium, which is the most bioavailable oral glutathione. Even Dr. Bob questioned the bioavailability for an oral glutathione.
And you gave him the numbers. Can you go over those numbers again
Absolutely.
compared to what's out there?
And this is right in the greens. It's also in our Live Complete. We're the first company in the world to bring out the Imodium. That's from our partners at Gnosis, the company that introduced quadrifolate to the field over 10 years ago. So I started going through the research. The first study was really interesting because what they wanted to see is when they deplete glutathione stores, how much can we increase them with generic glutathione, NAC, or the patented research trademark glutathione, Imodium. So generic glutathione increased it by 50%. Not too bad, actually. NAC, a little better, 66%. And then the Imodium, the one we use in the Nutritional Frontiers Greens and Live Complete, 140%.
That's astounding. So when you're looking at
almost triple what generic glutathione is.
Just think about how many people we all know that are just early stage dementia, really early stage struggling, and your fear factor of Alzheimer's is creeping in. And you can use something as simple as this and build up those stores in the brain so the brain functions at a different level. It's amazing.
Yeah, and then you start looking at, okay, that's one part of the study is, can we increase glutathione levels, right? Mm-hmm. The second part of it was, well, when we're looking at this, what can we do to affect the liver enzymes? So what they did is they stimulated the liver with toxins, right? Mm-hmm. To see, because the response from the liver is going to be raise the enzymes because we're under stress. And what they found is the Imodium group, that's again in our Live Complete and in the greens, was that the liver enzymes were 50% of the other group, meaning that the Imodium supported the liver so much it didn't have to outwork itself.
And I mentioned this to Bob when we talked to him yesterday. Your body normally makes glutathione, and when you look at where's it coming from, it's coming from the protein you consume, but it's being converted in the liver. So when you look at a liver that may be overburdened, food, alcohol, drugs, whatever, you take something like the Live Complete or the Imodiums, you're going to not only support more glutathione production, but you're going to allow your body to make glutathione on its own.
Well, fantastic. That's some of the incredible wisdom that Dr. Len brings not only to all of our healthcare professionals, and he's been doing workshops. We had record numbers this week, 34 people at the Ohio workshop. Me and you did this in Tampa with 40 healthcare professionals. And then we're going to hit our crescendo when we practice what we preach at the beach, our wellness weekend, March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd, right there in our home of Sand Key. That's right south of Clearwater Beach. We do have some seats still available, and you'll be hitting on this topic a little deeper.
Absolutely.
So we're excited. We'll see you at 11 o'clock, Dr. Len.
Next time.
So Dr. Len will be on at 11 to go through some of these incredible case studies that he's worked on over the last couple of years. And then at 12, we're going to have him join us again for the roundtable, going a little bit deeper. And then 1 o'clock, we have the Air Max Challenge with Mikey G.
Yep, right here. He's going to be challenging people to do the Air Max Challenge. So get ready, folks. 2 chewables, 15 minutes. We're going to get your testimony.
So what are some ways people can participate? Obviously, come in live. Do you need to be a patient?
No.
Do you need to be a customer?
No. Just come on in. You just need to be alive. Come on in here.
You see the pulse, right? Come on down. And we are open until 4 p.m. today. Today is a half day for us.
Yep.
So we're done early at 4 o'clock, much to the chagrin of our team over there who like to stay later, of course.
Bobby, is the bar open?
The bar's always open.
Well, we have the smoothie bar. So what's at the smoothie bar today, Joe?
Well, all of the different smoothies from the recipe guide, we'll be trying them all day long. And you could come up and even request one if you like, right? Because we'll have all of the shakes there. We'll have all of our different flavors of Super Shake and Nido Keto and Best Way. They're all going to be there, plus all the colors, We've got frozen fruit in the fridge, different types of almond, oat, coconut milk. We can make all kinds of things.
So you can come in live at 2419 Baldwick Road, right in the heart of Pittsburgh, PA. Very easy to get to, probably within 30 minutes of everyone out there listening. When you get here, the nice thing is it's free parking.
Yes.
Sometimes in Pittsburgh, you pull up and you can't get a parking spot like in Mount Lebanon. You have to go find the parking garage and everything else. Not here.
Yeah.
We have free parking out front, right in the back, and then the car wash behind us in addition, right?
Yep. There's
So
spaces.
if you can't make it in for some reason, you can always give us a call at 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. And do you get discounts when you call in over the phone?
Yes, you do. You still get discounts on the products that you order. And it's easy. We'll ship it to you. We'll get it out the door as quickly as possible.
Everything's on sale anywhere from 10% up to 90%.
Woo.
We have a $5 and $10 table, and we even have things 100% off all of our sample table.
The sample table is enormous over there. Incredible samples.
So if you want to call in, if you can't physically make it in, you can call in. You can also do the curbside pickup where you call and have the order ready for you. Or you can come in and shop around and check out everything going on. And if you can't do that, or you prefer to go on the website, what's the best way to go to the website is WOW, WOWPGH.com. That's WOWPGH.com. Check out the new interactive website in store.
You know, Jamie, a lot of events, happen over the course of a day or two. This is happening over 7 days, folks. Find some time in the next 7 days and get down here, right?
Yeah, and some people come multiple times. They like to
Yeah.
come today, and then they'll come during the week at lunchtime,
Sure.
maybe from work, and, participate as many times as you'd like. We also have a raffle going on. I see that it's filling up over there. An incredible basket of cheer, as I call it. We have things in there like the Power Cleanse and Mineral Rich and Aloe Vera and GI Complete, shaker bottles, booklets,
Wow.
all kinds of cool stuff in there. Right next to my new, I have to thank you, Joe. Occasionally I'm wrong. Twice last year. One was on the Air Max Challenge, and one was on the pillows because I had a really, Dr. Phil Ross described it as a steel cord in my neck.
Huh.
He said, well, that may never break up. I said, what do you mean? Never is a long time. I'd fallen asleep on the plane, and then traveling so much, my neck was really tight and working out.
Yeah.
So Dr. Phil's been working on me, and I was getting really good results. And in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he says, man, you've gotten over the hump because what else you've been doing? And I swear by those pillows.
That's right.
So
Me
let's
too.
hear about the
I love
pillow
it.
a little bit, because something as simple as that, people often diminish the importance of the right environment to sleep.
Right. And you can always tell a difference. Like when we travel and those hotel pillows, they just don't cut it. But the Pillow Wise that we have here is different in that it requires someone to actually take measurements, right? 3 different measurements, and then a couple of questions like how do you sleep, back, side, that kind of thing. And then that's plugged into a program and it tells you which pillow is right for you. So can't get any better
I absolutely
than that.
love it. And
Yeah.
the pillow covering itself looks like a natural bamboo.
Yeah.
So there's no toxins or outgassing occurring from any of the chemicals they use on a lot of this bedding and sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
So all natural.
All
They are
natural.
on sale. They're right when you come through the front door, right?
Yes, they are. Excellent.
So incredible opportunity for you this week to come in and have a wellness experience. I was thinking about somebody asked me, I think Dr. Lennon, our 2-hour ride back from Ohio, was asking me about, well, when was the first event you did? I said, I remember it was around 2002. So over 20 years ago. First event was at Almanzo's Palace Inn in Monroeville,
yes,
which
it
is no
was.
longer there. And we did these seminars there, but it was such a chore to bring everything out to the hotel, set up, and then pack it all up that night. So eventually we started doing that at Doc's office in the South Side. The first one, ironically enough, was on Detox, and it snowed. We had about 22 people there. And here we are now, all these years later. This is Wine and Wellness Week number 101. We have the full team here. We have the live stream, and you can come in live, and then with all the incredible activities you can participate with, all for free. This is our community event. We want to bring the community together because, like we said earlier, we are on a mission to make the world healthy, and we do this one person at a time.
Right.
Any testimonials you want to share from this past week or so?
You know, yeah, when we did that workshop up in Ohio, it was incredible to me. Number one, we had a full house. Everybody that registered was there. That's amazing. But secondly, they stuck around and they asked questions.
Well, you
afterward.
had two fantastic speakers, Joe.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, geez, they couldn't get enough. There was not enough information. And to me, that's what the real trick is people could come and this is not like that. It's interactive. They're asking questions. They have testimonials of their own. They have. So,
what was your favorite testimonial you heard recently?
Oh boy, the one that Michelle Lepore gave us up in Altoona still sticks in my mind. With her, you
want to share it?
Patient of hers reversing cancer.
I know you're excited.
It's hard to say. I mean, she has
not
a
making
patient.
Any claims.
Not making any claims, but she put somebody on a basic protocol of power cleanse, greens.
Basic to who? To you?
Huh? Well,
basic to you, yeah.
Yeah, to me. But still, I mean, this is
let's back up
stage.
a little bit. This guy had stage 4 cancer, was given 3 months to live.
Yeah.
She gave us a update from 1 year. So he lived 3 months 4 times, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And the guy now is what?
Now he's doing fantastic. This is incredible. And, people sometimes they're reluctant to use the C word, right? But look, it's all a matter of nutrition. Give the body what it needs. Allow it to heal. Who was the mantra of that? That was Dr. Weiner forever. Give the body what it needs. It will heal.
Yeah, my favorite one was that me and Dr. Len presented the case study on Parkinson's patient,
yes.
Right? And the great thing about this one was that it showed you the before, the during, and the after. And after we showed the incredible results that this gentleman had, utilizing a very unique protocol with our Enter DMG, 4 to 8 per day, our Omega 3D, 4 to 8 per day, and 1 serving of the full spectrum hemp extract, this guy showed dramatic results. Not only that, he's riding a bike. And I loved how Dr. Len really shared that, someone with Parkinson's has a lot of balance problems.
They can't ride bikes.
No, they can't even walk.
Yeah.
Right? And not only that, we had a guest there from Ohio that further confirmed our case study, and she had one of her own, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was incredible. These are, and you know what I loved about that too, was that we had actual allopathic trained MDs and pharmacists from Cleveland Clinic in our audience learning about holistic natural health.
So, folks, that's the depth you get of the education we provide for free this week at the Wellness Week number 101. We are live at the World of Wellness. This is the Community Wellness Center in Pittsburgh. It's been a dream of mine since the college days over 30 years ago that we'd actually have a center that people can come to and like-minded individuals and have an opportunity to make their world healthy. So come on down. We're here until 4 p.m. today. We're here through March 11th. Are we accepting new patients if somebody wants to make an appointment?
We're accepting new patients, new customers, and new friends all week long. Come on down.
If you'd like to give us a call, you can do so at 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. You can check out our website, interactive, of course, and you're able to order on our new store. That's wowpgh.com, WOWPGH.com. Or you can simply just show up at 2419 Baldwick Road. I can smell the food. I guess Mr. Z is now serving.
Yes, he is.
So come on down,
That's
folks.
good.
We're here to help you. Any parting shots for all your fans?
Well, we have somebody that just came out of the boots, the Normatec boots. That's you. How was it? Yeah. Yeah. So there's different settings for everybody, and it feels like you got a new pair.
And what
of
were you
legs.
struggling with? Neuropathies, right? Yeah, so lower legs, the extremities is where you're going to experience neuropathies because that's the furthest place the circulation needs to go. And you were going in there, you had a lot of numbness. Good. How you feel now? Any better? Wow. In one session. How long were you in there for? 10 minutes and seeing improvement already, folks. That's the whole idea this week. Come on down. I got chills. Have a wellness experience. Thanks for all support in advance. And we appreciate everybody coming out today.
Yes, sir. Yep. And up next at 11, we've got Dr. Len Bransowitz. Look
So
out.
let's have a great day and a great week. And I just want to say thank you from all of us here. And